The final ever Merseyside derby at Goodison Park finished 2-2 between Everton and Liverpool. Really frustrating way for us to drop points at the end of it there last night. But it was a true spectacle for the neutral fan, even as a Liverpool fan who should obviously be devastated dropping 2 points in such fashion. Like, I just laughed when that equaliser went in, and we'll get to it in a moment. But it was old school football. It was a proper classic, just a real scrap. And I knew it was going to be one of those kind of games, but I didn't expect it to live up to the bill this highly. Like, it was entertaining from the first minute to the last and after the final whistle, if you know what happened then. But it was just like, it had a bit of everything going on. Everton obviously take the lead, really well taken free kick kind of technique to send Beto through on goal, put them ahead, just erupt the Goodison Park, send them crazy. We equalised quite quickly afterwards. Brilliant from Mohamed Salah to set up Maka there. And then we also finally push, and we get our lead after some end-to-end stuff. Obviously, both sides having their chances. And it looks like we've won it. Some neat play between Nunez and Jones in the box. Jones' shot then rebounds to Salah, thrashes it in with his weaker right foot. You think, again, Mohamed Salah's done it. Assist and a goal. He's turned the game on his head. The Egyptian king. He's going to take all the headlines. But no, it wasn't finished there. Because step forward James Tarkowski, the proper Brexit baller that we know from his Burnley days and now at Everton, two perfect clubs for a player like him. It's literally, we've gone over at a time at this point. Again, this is something I'll talk about in a moment when I just talk about the decisions in general in this game. But let's just focus on the football spectacle for a moment. It's deep over stoppage time. Ball gets whipped in. It bounces around. It's really messy. It's really scrappy. You're just sensing something might be about to happen here. It drops to their centre back, who hits probably one of the cleanest strikes he's ever hit in his life and will probably ever hit again, rifling it into the top corner. 98th minute, he has just snatched a draw. Place goes berserk. Fans start rushing onto the pitch. It's everything you would want to see in the final Merseyside derby. Then, of course, with the modern day, we get a VAR check to hold our breath for a moment, and then it all erupts again for them. Honestly, I just sat there and I laughed while this was all happening. I was like, we just lost 2 points, but it weirdly excites me as just a football fan anyway, just seeing that happen. I was like, you know what? Fairs. Like, it is what it is. And of course, if that was not enough already, I alluded to already, after the final whistle, a huge kind of brawl broke out. Honestly, it wasn't that deep. Decore went and kind of goaded in front of the Liverpool fans, supported them. Curtis Jones, rightfully so, the Scouser went and stepped in, pulled him back. There's a bit of pushing and shoving, but come on, it's a Merseyside derby, the last ever one at Goodison. We've just seen a 98th minute equaliser. It's gonna be high tension, high stakes. Let them have a little bit of a scrap. No one got hurt. No one went over the top. I'd say it looked perfectly fine. This is kind of what we want to see in football. But unfortunately, it erupted too much for the referee's liking. He had to go make it by himself. Second yellow for Jones. Second yellow for Decore. They both get sent off after the full-time whistle. And then he said, why not? I'm already getting the cards out, right? Valentine's Day's coming up. Let's just chuck out a few more of these red cards. Arne Slot and our assistant coach also feeling a bit of love from Oliver. For what, I don't know, from what I'm seeing online, apparently Arne Slot's handshake was too firm. He may have also said something that crossed the line. We're going to find out, obviously, as they delve through the referee's report. But bonkers, really bonkers game. I spoke about Michael Oliver making it about himself, and it just really was not a good refereeing performance. By no means do I blame the result on it. I think a draw was probably fair. Everton were going to get pretty hard done by to lose this one as it was going into the final moments. So the draw was it was great spectacle, like I say, fair enough for them. But there's a lot of decisions that just were so poor. First of all, it's a Merseyside derby. Tension's going to be high. It's going to be a frantic, physical game. The amount of yellow cards he was dishing out was always going to build up to just put himself in a difficult spot as a referee, because then you start seeing some of the ones given early, and then there's question marks about ones that weren't given as well. We obviously end up with four red cards, two managerial staff, and then two players, but there could have been more. I think it was Idrissa Gueye with an obvious tug on Cody Gakpo, pause, but two arms on him, pulls him back on a yellow card, doesn't get sent off. Bradley as well wipes out Decore on a counter again. Probably very lucky not to get a second yellow. He gets subbed off straight after, which shows you Slot's worry there. There were some really questionable decisions, and then of course beyond the energy of the game, the bookings, then there comes the two Everton goals. Now, the goals themselves, I say, very well taken, but the first goal they score, not a free kick. It's a clear, Ndiaye goes over with absolutely no contact. They shouldn't have that free kick to begin with that they then score from. And then for the second goal, there was a check for an offside, I think. They did also look briefly at this, but there's a clear shove from, I think it's Decore or Beto, who gives Konate a shove while he's trying to leap for that ball. Obviously, we don't know is Konate definitely getting that, but we know that he's been impacted by that shove. And for me, is enough to pull it back for a foul. And then also a couple minutes before, a blatant foul on Mohamed Salah just on the edge of the Everton area as Liverpool, like he literally just dribbled 3-4 players by himself, gets taken out there, nothing given, Everton allowed to play on. And this would have been a free kick in a very threatening position for Liverpool to try and cement that, win. At this point, we're 2-1 up, it's deep in. We can take our time with it, try and, finish the game there. Then Trent on the pitch, for example, would probably love to take a swipe from there, but we don't get it given. And then finally, as this video is already way too long, but Mohamed Salah with a couple more records this game, he manages to nail himself 14 assists in a season. This is the most he's had in any of his seasons with Liverpool so far. We've got plenty to go. He's going to keep bagging them. And he also adds to that record for most away Premier League goal involvements. He's broken this in February. He's going to keep getting goals and assists as the season go on. And it's just bonkers. February, he's already broken season-wide tallies for players like Andy Cole, Chris Sutton, Luis Suarez, Alexis Sanchez. Insane.